So good morning students. So we have discussed about previously regarding mammillary model, in which I told you different compartments are joined with each other parallelly like satellites, and from these one will be a central compartment, other will be a peripheral compartment. So in the central compartment generally we are keeping the highly perfused organs like your blood, heart, brain, kidney, lungs. Those are having good blood flow property, and other tissues like bones, other things you will keep in peripheral compartment. So widely this mammillary model is used, and we can also keep the rate constant. There is a calculation I told you for IV. What will be the how many number of rate constants should be there for your extravascular, how many numbers of rate constant should be there. So with this today we will discuss about another model, quaternary model. So this quaternary model generally also it is similar type to mammillary model, but it is connected with series, means each compartment joined with each other like a series, like a train. So here you can see one example of the, here three compartments we have taken. So one compartment is joined 2, two compartment is joined with 3. So here the rate constant is given 1 2 2 1 2 3 3 2. That means each compartment joined with each other. But with this nowadays these quaternary models are not used because we can tell these are different types of different physiologically anatomical models which are linked to blood compartment. These are keeping in different compartments. So nowadays it is not used. Only mammillary model we are taking into consideration. So with this is all about your quaternary model. Now coming to the second one, physiological model. So this physiological model generally we can tell it is your physiologically based pharmacokinetic model. Physiologically based pharmacokinetical model, or we are writing shortly as BP, PB, PK model. Physiologically based pharmacokinetic model. So it is, these model are realistic, and individual organs are kept in different compartments. We can see here we are keeping lungs, heart, liver, kidney, HPT, PPT. HPT means highly perfused organ, PPT means poorly perfused organ. These are keeping in different compartments. These are physiological models. That means each compartment having different flow, blood flow rate, and that's why we are keeping in different compartments. This is a realistic model, and it is also slightly difficult to know, to find out the different blood flow patterns of individual organs. So that's why it's also nowadays very difficult. But with this, generally in this compartment, generally nowadays different parts of different organs of the body like lungs, liver, brain, kidney, so these are kept as a rapidly equilibrating tissues. That means RET, rapidly equilibrating tissue, RET. And also some other compartments we are keeping slowly equilibrating tissues, SET, slowly equilibrating tissues. So two categories here there, RET and SET, rapidly equilibrating tissue, then SET, slowly equilibrating tissues. So it is the main, generally we can see here two factors in the physiological models are categorized into two types. One is blood flow rate limited, second one membrane permeation rate limited, because these two factors already I told you affecting the bioavailability. One is your absorption, second one permeation. So that's why uh, absorption we cannot keep, so blood flow is kept in the we can tell one rate limited factor, and another rate limited factor is permeation. So that's why two types, this physiological model may be based on two assumptions. One is your flow rate limited, blood flow rate limited, and permeation membrane permeation limited. So these are the physiological models, and another model also there, distributed parameter models. Nowadays also it is not used. It is also a realistic model. It's like your this physiological model, distributed parameter model. But these two are depends upon variations. What variations? Variations in blood flow to an organ and variation in drug diffusion to an organ. So this variation we have to kept in the distributed parameter models. So it's not explained properly in the book also. So and not used also nowadays. But you have to know it is a distributed parameter model also there, in where we are taking the variation in blood flow and variation in drug diffusion. So now these are all compartment models. Now coming to the non-compartmental analysis. Now in non-compartmental analysis, it is model independent method. We can tell it is a model independent method, and in this we are not going to make any compartments, but we are finding AUC and AUMC here. So here we need to make the calculation from graphical method, and two things we need to find out from this AUC and AUMC. And for this it is based on the theory that is known as statistical movement theory, and from this statistical movement theory only we need to calculate this AUMC or AUC. And also we need to find out here another parameter, that is MRT, mean residence time. Mean residence time, how to find out? AUMC divided by AUC. So in this what we are doing, we are using one rule that is known as trapezoidal rule. That means the area under curve, it's not a spherical or any particular shape. So that's very difficult to find out the area, particular area of that. So that's why we are applying trapezoidal rule here. That means we are dividing this area under curve into trapezoids. You can see here small square type uh, things there. So this square type divisions we are calling as trapezoids. So that's why as we are dividing into trapezoids by crossing it, so that is known as trapezoids. Then finally after getting this trapezoids, we have to take summation of all trapezoids to get the area under curve, to find out the actual area under curve. So in this, first thing we have to find out MRT, that is your mean residence time, and that we can find out by AUMC divided by AUC. What is AUMC? Area under fast movement curve. Area under fast movement curve. Second one, AUC means area under zero movement curve. Area under zero movement curve, AUC. So from these two equations we are taking to find out this. As I told you, it is a graphical method completely. So AUMC we can find out by taking integration CT dt. So in the graphical method of what we are doing, we are taking in y-axis concentration, x-axis time, and once again that is another axis we have kept it. Two graphs are mixed here. So in another side y-axis we are taking concentration into time. So when we are taking concentration into time versus time, we will get a curve, that is AUMC. Under that curve we will get AUMC. Next, when we will take concentration versus time, then we will get one simple curve that we can find AUC. So AUMC and AUC, fast movement curve and zero movement curve. And AUC we can find out by taking integration of concentration into time. So this is all about your non-compartmental analysis, and for this we are taking trapezoidal rule. So let us see what is the definition of this MRT. So MRT is defined as the average amount of time spent by the drug in the body, before being eliminated. That means the average amount of time spent, it is your time spent by the drug in the body before being eliminated. How much time it is staying? So that is your mean residence time. That will get from this AUC and AUMC. So this generally different types of parameters also we are finding, like half life and also MRT, because In compartment models, we are directly finding half-life, elimination half-life, absorption half-life, shelf life, all things we are getting. But here only the one parameter we are getting is your AUC and AUMC. So that's why to get this half-life, similar to half-life, we are taking MRT. So this is all about your compartment modeling, and with this in the next class we will go for the real compartment modeling and derivation of all the models one by one, like your one compartment open model. So before that you all have to go through what is this one compartment model, what is two compartment model, what is one compartment open model, what is one compartment closed model. So all the details you have to go through it, and before we are going to start the mathematical models. Thank you.